Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's Hightower 5000 here today, bringing you a Call of the Ancestors quest guide. There are no quest requirements for this quest, and you also don't need to bring any items along to complete this quest. Finally, once you're ready to get the quest started, you want to make your way to Tuskas, which is to the west of Bedabin Camp, or to the northwest of Bandit Camp. You can get there by using the Bandit Camp lodestone. So to get to the quest start point, you want to make your way to the northwest of the Bandit Camp. Along the shore there will be this swim water which you want to go ahead and do, and this will lead you off to Tuskas in the distance. So once you arrive on Tuskas, you should see Tunks. Go ahead and speak with Tunks. When you get the quest prompt, you want to go ahead and accept the quest. And that'll be the quest started. So once you're finished that conversation, you want to head south up Tuskas. And then you should see a world window which you want to go ahead and pass through. Select option number 1, what do you need help with? Select option number 2, what is there to do here? And then you want to select option number 3, goodbye. So from here you want to run up to your north. You then want to head east just before the barrier. You'll then reach a fence. There then should be a gap in the fence which you want to enter through, continue going to the east, and then you'll land up in this camp called Kanata. Somewhere in the camp there should be this person called Aka Kanata. Go ahead and speak with. Select option number 2, I've simply come to help. Select option number 1, talk about Call of the Ancestors. Select option number 1, you need to rebuild after the recent Erat attack. Select option number 2, okay, I'm done talking, what do I need to do? So from here you want to head to your east. You should then see Tunks, Peck and Lunch. When you get close to them, you'll go into a short cutscene. You just want to continue through the chat. Select option number 1, no problem. So you want to jump over the chasm just to your north. And then you want to go ahead and collect the bundle of logs. You then want to go ahead and headbutt the cracked wall. You should then be in the room with Peck, so you want to go ahead and control him. Once you've done that, you want to lead him north. And then you want to right click and squeeze through the small gap. You then want to go ahead and gather the bundle of logs. So once you've exited out of that, you want to go ahead and re-speak with Aka. Select option number 1, talk about Call of the Ancestors. Select option number 2, great, where do I get more? So from here we need to exit out of the camp, head north a little bit, then continue west past the barrier until we reach a forest. You then want to select option number 1, enter Nemi Forest for Call of the Ancestors. So you then want to head to your north, and then you should see Ancient Geobie. Go ahead and speak with. Select option number 1, Aka Kanta needs to create more poison. Select option number 1, friend. And then select option number 1, looks like we're visiting a temple then. So just to the north of you there should be a temple entrance. You want to go ahead and enter into the temple. So once you arrive in the temple, there should be Shinacho. Go ahead and speak with him. Select option number 1, I'm an adventurer. Select option number 1, ask about spirit guardians. Select option number 2, ask about Mazcab. Select option number 3, ask about the temple. Select option number 4, ask about the trials. And then finally option number 5, goodbye. So you want to go ahead and enter through the door on the western wall. So you want to go ahead and take control of lunch. So there are 4 pressure plates in front of you. You want to start off by standing on the one 2 in from the left. You then want to stand on the next one to your right, and then finally you want to stand on the one to your far right. You then need to go around and stand on the one to the far left. However, you need to make sure you don't stand on the other ones. Once you stand on the one on the far left, then that is this section complete. You then want to go ahead and take control of Tunks. You then want to make him walk round all the current pressure plates, and you want to get him to jump over the chasm. So you want to start off by standing on the pressure plate to the right. You then want to stand on the pressure plate 1 to your left. You then want to go around and stand on the most left pressure plate. And then you want to go ahead and stand on the remaining pressure plate. You then want to retake control of lunch. You then want to headbutt the cracked wall just to your west. You then want to control Peck. You then want to take Peck and squeeze through the wall. You then want to continue north and then squeeze through the other wall. You then want to go to the very north of the room. You then want to go along the northern wall, and then you want to go ahead and investigate the magic. That is us then completed the first trial. You then want to go ahead and control lunch again, and then you just want to exit out of the door to the south. So you then want to go round to the eastern door. This should now be unlocked. You want to go ahead and enter through it. So you want to go ahead and take control of Tunks. You then want to go ahead and jump over the chasm just in front of you. Take control of lunch. You then want to headbutt the cracked wall to the west. You then want to control Peck. You then want to make him squeeze through the small gap in the wall we've just headbutted. There should then be a lever which you want to go ahead and pull. You then want to control lunch once more. So you then want to make your way over to the east of the room. Make sure you do not stand on the pressure plate. You then want to go ahead and push the heavy block into the northeastern corner. You want to do this until this is on the pressure plate. You then want to take control of Tunks and stand on the pressure plate in the centre of the platform. Like so. You then want to take control of Peck once more. You then want to squeeze back through the small gap. You then want to control Lunch once more. You then want to right click and pull the heavy block until you get it on the pressure plate to the southeast. Once that is done, you want to take control of Peck again. You then want to squeeze through the small gap. You then want to move up to the northwestern corner. Make sure you do not stand on the two pressure plates to the north. There should then be another wall which you can squeeze through a gap with Peck. You then want to take control of Lunch again. You then want to move Lunch around to the northeastern pressure plate. This is where we originally had the heavy block on. You then want to take control of Tunks. You then want to make him jump over the chasm just to your north. You then want to place him on one of the two pressure plates just beside him. You then want to take control of Lunch and you want to put him on the other pressure plate. You then want to take control of Peck and then you want to pull the lever. You then want to squeeze back through the small gap. And then with Peck you want to go ahead and investigate the magic. You then just want to exit out of the southern door with any of the NPCs. So now we're back in the main part of the temple. You want to enter the door to the north. You then want to go ahead and take control of Lunch and you want to headbutt the cracked wall just to your west. You then want to take control of Peck and then you want to squeeze through the small gap we've just headbutted. Before you go ahead and pull the lever, you need to remember the pressure plate type and also the location of that pressure plate. This would be useful to go ahead and write this down. A quick note before we move on, for these next instructions, Lunch needs to be placed in the correct positions after Tunks. Also, you can pull the lever as many times as you like to reveal the pressure plates if you have forgotten. So you then want to take control of Tunks. You then want to move him into the centre of the room and you want to make him stand on the pressure plate which was revealed when you pulled the lever. You just want to jump over the chasm onto that. Again, if you have forgot, you can go ahead and change back to Peck and pull the lever to reveal it. You then want to take control of Lunch. Remembering the type of pressure plate which was revealed when you pulled the lever, there are different pressure plates around the outside. One of these would have matched the pressure plate in the middle which Tunks should be standing on. Go ahead and stand on that appropriate pressure plate. You then want to take control of Peck and then you want to move Peck north. You then want to use Peck and pull the next lever which is just to your north. So that will then reveal 2 more pressure plates. Again, write these down and remember the 2 types of pressure plates. Again, if you have forgotten, you can pull the lever again, and remember with this next part you need to put Tunks on the tile first, then Lunch. So you then want to change back to Tunks. So as there were 2 pressure plates revealed, you need to do one at a time. It doesn't matter what order you actually do the 2 that were revealed. What you want to do is go ahead and take control of Lunch, then move him off any pressure plates that he's on. You then want to take control of Tunks. You then want to go ahead and place him on a pressure plate that was revealed with the last lever. Doesn't matter again which one you do first. You then want to go ahead and take control of Lunch again, and then you want to put him back onto the corresponding type of pressure plate that Tunks is standing on. You should then get a message saying the button clicks as it locks into place. You then want to move Lunch off the pressure plate. You then want to take control of Tunks once more. You then want to move him to the other pressure plate which was revealed when you pulled the latest lever. You then want to take control of Lunch, and you want to go ahead and place him on the corresponding plate which is matching up with the type that Tunks is standing on. You should then get another successful message saying the button clicks as it locks into place, and then some more pillars should lower. So you then want to take control of Pex again. You then want to this time head east. Again, there should be a lever at the end of the corridor which you want to go ahead and pull. This lever will then reveal 3 pressure plates. Again, write all 3 locations down and what type they are. So you first of all want to take control of Lunch. You want to get him off any pressure plates. Basically, we're going to be repeating the same process that we have done throughout the last 2 stages. This time again there are 3 tiles, so it doesn't matter which order you do them in as long as you do Tunks first and then Lunch second. So you want to take control of Tunks. You then want to move him onto one of the 3 pressure plates which was just revealed. You then want to go ahead and take control of Lunch, and you want to move him onto the corresponding type of pressure plate which Tunks is standing on. If you do this successfully, you should get a message saying the button clicks as it locks into place. You then want to move Lunch off the pressure plates. You then want to take control of Tunks once more. You then want to go ahead and move him onto another one of the 3 pressure plates. You then want to take control of Lunch again. You then want to go ahead and move him onto the corresponding pressure plate which Tunks is standing on. That is the type. Again, if you do this successfully, you'll get a message saying the button clicks as it locks into place. Finally, you want to take control of Tunks. You then want to go ahead and move Tunks onto the final pressure plate which was revealed when you last pulled the lever. You then want to move Lunch off the current pressure plate. You then want to take control of Tunks again. You then want to go ahead and stand on the final pressure plate which was revealed when you last pulled the lever. You then want to take control of Lunch. You then want to move Lunch around to the corresponding type of pressure plate which Tunks is standing on. Again, you should get a message saying the button clicks as it locks into place, and then that should pull down the remaining pillars. So you then want to take control of Pex again. You then want to head south this time. And then you want to go ahead and pull the lever. This is then going to reveal 4 pressure plates. Again, we basically just want to go ahead and do the same thing for the final lever. Again, you can go ahead and pull the lever multiple times, and remember you need to go ahead and place Tunks first, then Lunch second. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and take Lunch off the appropriate pressure plate, and you're just going to basically be repeating what we've been doing so far, so good luck with it. Once you do that successfully, the pillars will lower, which will allow you to go ahead and investigate the magic. So you want to go ahead and take control of Peck. You then want to go ahead and investigate the magic. And you then want to go ahead and enter through the southern door. You'll then be put into chat with Shinacho. Go ahead and select option number 4. Why is Shinacho allowing this to happen? You then want to select option number 2, your right, break the shackles. So you then want to exit out of the temple through the southern door. Just to your south there should be ancient Geobie. Go ahead and speak with. So for this next part we are going to be getting attacked from NPCs to the southeast and southwest. To simply go ahead and kill, destroy them, all you want to do is click at their feet. This will then fire missiles to destroy them. Note you can spam click at the start here. I never realised you could spam click, but go ahead and spam click and you'll get the idea very quickly. Basically there's like 3 phases I believe of this. Slowly as you go through the phases there'll be more and more NPCs, and also there'll be NPCs with higher hit points. This is a safe fight, so don't worry if you do die. If you do die you'll just be put back 10 tiles. You then just want to walk south again and re-engage in this until you pass it. Overall it's very easy, you just want to spam click at the NPC's feet. If you are good with your clicking then you can go ahead and do it on the approach from the southeast and southwest. However, if you are struggling and you are slow, it's best just going ahead and basically clicking around your feet, because at the end of the day you can't take damage from these missiles, but they can, and they are all trying to get to you. So go ahead and just click around your feet. That is probably the best tactic if you're slow at clicking. I wish you the best of luck, and this should not take you too long. Once that is over, you want to go ahead and speak with ancient Geobie. You'll then be given this poisonous Nemi stalks. You then want to run southeast to exit the forest. You then want to return to Aka Kanata, who is to your east. Once you return, you want to go ahead and speak with Aka. Select option number 1, talk about Call of the Ancestors. Select option number 1, I found a poison. And then select option number 3, we explored the Lost Temple, freed a spirit, and used forgotten magic to defeat Ariut. And there we go, that will be the quest complete. So congratulations, you've completed Call of the Ancestors. You're awarded with 1 quest point, 1000 XP magic lamp, Geobie war paint overrides, Geobie weapon overrides, and 3 raid reroll tokens. You're also awarded with 2 treasure hunter keys. Thanks very much for watching this quest guide. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into the description below. Check out my other quest series playlist where I'm sure I'll be able to help you out with another quest, and that is all for this video. So thanks very much for watching. My name is Hightower 5000 and I'm out. Adios.